back to He Loves Low TV, a favorite place to be, and I am back with another freaking reaction video, baby. And today, you guys, I'm gonna be reacting to Asian Doll's interview with Taraji P. Henson, and I think she's gonna be talking and like explaining more about her relationship and stuff with King Von, and probably emotional traumas that she's going through. I know Asian Doll has been going through so much this year, and well, yeah, I think not this year, but last year. She was just going through so much. She had gotten a car wreck. She lost King Von. She, you know, Megan kind of turned on her basically for like a girl that was just higher in the industry than her. So it's really crazy. Like, she's just been going through so much. And I honestly really, I really admire how she's just keeping her image going. She's still doing what she's doing best. So we're gonna see what she's talking about in this interview. Before we get into this, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and ring that bell if you're new to the channel, because at 10K subs we're doing a $100 giveaway via Cash App. And yeah, let's get into it.
You know, we'll have a couple of young folk on who have also lost loved ones to murder. We have Asian Doll, and she was dating King Von, and he was murdered. I can only imagine. When you don't get to say goodbye to your loved one, that's tough. And then we have Obasi Jackson, the brother of Pop Smoke, another brilliant rapper who we lost last year. And I'm just grateful that they feel comfortable enough to come and share their grief with us. Oh, guys, she's really going through it, like, right now. She's here. Hey! I love her hair. How are you? So beautiful. So do you. You want some tea or anything? Yes, tea, please.
She always just so cute.
So, first of all, I just want to thank you for coming here, because I know it's a tough time for you. I can only imagine, sweetheart. And I'm just glad you trust us, and you are in a safe place. So, you know, we're talking about sudden death. My son's father was a sudden death for me, and I remember at the time, I get a call. My heart dropped. Yeah. And I just knew what the call was. It was tough. And it was tragic. It was tragic. He was murdered, stabbed to death. That was tough. Wow. But she carried that same strength.
I can imagine
that you're carrying right now before you get to the healing process. And I've watched her do this with that situation and many situations. Just that something about being a black girl growing up in the hood, there's an armor that you just always seem to hold on to. So can you think of a moment where you knew that you were in love? This is my first love. This is my first love. This is my first real boyfriend. Like, that's wasn't about him. It was like more
this
like
don't make me cry.
Soulmate. It's like, dang, I met you before. Like, how do I feel so connected to you? It was just something about him, though. Like, something about him. Like, when Vaughn would cry. Yes, he was really emotional.
He would cry.
That's good. That's okay, though. Vulnerability, strength is in being vulnerable. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. Like, boys, when I be in a relationship with boys, you know, they don't really be crying around me, and I don't know if it's just they don't want me to see that side of them, but I feel like that's okay. Like, stuff like that is okay, and men shouldn't be scared to cry in front of, you know what I'm saying, their woman. If they're hurt, they're hurt.
And I cried, and he cried. It was just crazy, and I'm like, dang, I probably would never ever experience a boy like him. Like, he was like one of a kind.
That's different.
Start at the moment you found out he passed away. I got a call from his cousin, and I was just shocked. But you know how you heard something, you like, nah, he gonna pull through, he alright. Because it was critical condition at first. I'm like, okay, he's alive, he's okay. Actually, when he had passed away, when they said he was in critical condition, he had already passed away. Somebody from the hospital got in contact with me, one of the nurse's daughters, and she just was crying on the phone. She was crying. She was like, Agent, I'm so sorry. I'm like, nah. I'm like, you're tripping. He's not. She's like, no, my grandmother's works at the hospital. He passed away. They put an X on his bag. Oh, no. Then I just hung the phone up. I'm like, nah, she's tripping. I had already knew. So once they said that he was dead on social media, I had already knew it. And it was just... Right. You had to just take it in. Yes. To get that call. Like, how did you feel in your body? My whole world just crashed. I never felt a feeling like that. It's like I was just broken. I want to say like 6 days before he passed away, we had broken up, and I was real hard on him. I was not trying to see him. I did not want to see him at all.
You know how we do. It's okay, baby. You got to let that happen, okay? Yeah. You can't, let me tell you something, sweetheart. It is okay to feel. You love that man, and he died suddenly. He was taken in a senseless murder.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You know, that's not something you just push through and try to cope with.
Yeah, especially, I would never think that. I'm like, nah, it's impossible for Vaughn to ever, you know, like, to go out how he did. I just never would think, like, ever.
Yeah.
Like,
this past year, a lot of people have had lost loved ones.
Bro, he was the
and
last. Like, I wouldn't have never thought he would have passed. Like, for real.
So anybody that's watching, how would you tell them? How did you get through? How are you getting through?
Yeah.
How coping?
it's crazy because I watched Vaughn's grandmother pass from COVID. And it was so hurt because it just happened out of nowhere. And just seeing how strong, he overworked himself. He was so strong. Like, he cried about it. He just moved on. He didn't want to talk about it. And just seeing him, how strong he was, it just made me strong.
On social media, you've been posting a lot of videos of you two together, and I think they're just so beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Let's take a look. Let's just take a look.
They were so cute, bro.
So sweet.
Oh my God, it makes me blush so much.
Do seeing these videos remind you of the good times?
Yes, I watch them all day. I watch it like TV. And I just love sharing stories, just so people can know that he was like a great person with a big heart. And he loved to love.
And you were talking about this scrutiny that happens on social media once you put yourself out there. And you went through a lot of scrutiny when you were playing the videos and publicly mourning.
Yeah.
Help us to understand what that was for you. Like,
I was mad at everybody. Just being a black woman, just realistically. Even when we go through stuff like this, it's like we always have to defend ourselves. Even if something happens to us, and you know it happened, we still gotta defend ourselves. Just like, even how does it come down to me having to defend myself over my ex-boyfriend?
Are you grieving? Because you're grieving.
right.
Yeah.
And it became that.
I believe that you lost your stepfather.
Stepfather.
And that your mom is also sick.
Yeah.
How are you dealing with that?
My stepfather.
She's going
that's my
through
dog.
so much. That's crazy.
And he actually died like last week. He passed away from a heart attack.
Damn.
Another sudden.
Another out of nowhere.
Okay, so Vaughn's sudden death. And your stepfather's sudden death. How are you dealing? How is this affecting your mental health?
Just I feel like a lot of people who went through this is getting me through this. I didn't know how to feel. I've never lost somebody that was so close to me that I loved, that I was in love with. And just knowing that there's so many women that went through this, that's the reason why I'm still here, because I want to get through this. I pray a lot, and I feel like I always feel Vaughn.
Does it make you happy? Does it make you sad?
It makes me really happy. So I always feel Vaughn. I feel protected. I feel like everything's gonna be okay.
Have you seen a therapist?
No, I haven't seen no therapist. I'm open to it. I feel like I need to talk to somebody because I don't really have nobody that's there that I'll just really just like sit down and just talk to about nothing.
You need that. You know that. That's a part of dealing and healing.
I just break down.
So we will definitely help you find some therapists, a culturally competent therapist, one that looks like us.
Yes.
Talks like us.
Talks like us, yeah.
You know, and maybe have similar histories.
Wow.
It helped you to take that off. All that stuff we got to carry, be strong for everybody.
Who's going to be strong for you? If you out here being strong for everybody, all the people you name, that's too much for you, baby.
It is. It hit me.
That's
if
too much
if I just like be nonchalant to all my problems.
That's how my boyfriend is. He's strong for other people, but nobody's strong for him.
In like a couple of months,
I be saying it's too much for you. You need to chill a little bit.
Like, you have to unload that, babe. If you don't deal with it, it's gonna deal with you. Trust me, it will manifest itself in ways that you'll be like, oh my God, where did that come from? Why did I just punch a hole in the wall? You know what I mean? So I'm telling you that to say you will have to deal with it deeper than just talking to friends and crying in the bathroom. You're gonna have to get this outside of yourself.
And really face what's underneath all of that.
And you know what it's gonna do? It's gonna make you a better artist. You're gonna have so much to rap about, baby, to talk about. Because you're gonna tap into some things that you have been ignoring for such a long time.
Yes, I've ignored a lot. I'm young and I'm growing in the industry, and I came from the streets. So it's like I'm becoming a woman on my own, and I'm just figuring it out.
Yeah, we come from these.
And I also like the fact that Asian Doll is not like these other artists where they just talking about, you know, sex, like, you know, just nasty stuff all the time. She really be rapping about like more stuff that pertains to her instead of faking for the industry just to become bigger in the industry. Like she not following that wave. She's going on her own wave and her own flow, and that's what I really respect about Asian Doll.
We know. Trust me. Come on, we know.
That's why we're here.
That's why we're doing this show,
out.
because we know that the kids coming from the hood, we have trauma.
We have real trauma, and it's so real.
Yeah.
It's so real.
You know, some things we're not even talking about today.
Yeah.
That we've seen, and I'm sure you've seen.
In this moment, and your grief, what have you learned about some of your friendships?
I don't need them.
Oh.
You don't need friends.
Childish.
Okay.
I feel like just where I'm going, the path that I'm on right now, I feel like I need like real grown women in my life, real people that I can learn from, that I can look up to, that's on a positive path. Like stuff that I've never done. Like
Yes, girl, she preaching for real.
Been fighting. I just feel
I
like
love that you're owning
I
it.
love that, baby. Do you feel like his death showed you that it's more than
yes, it bust me up, and even mentally too. It's just like I'm just numb to that whole lifestyle.
Yeah.
I don't want it no more. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want to promote. I don't want it.
I love
Rap,
this.
it don't even look the same.
No, it doesn't feel the same. And it's we were so happy to be rewarded for fighting for something we wanted for so long in our life, and we so young and coming from where we come from, and it's crazy because some of these guys don't lose. They beat the streets, they beat the odds, and they still lose their life.
Yes.
In a different state.
That's what hurts.
And with Pop Smoke, it's crazy because he lost his life in a mansion. You could tell that boy wanted that feeling for so long, and he got it, and it was over like that. Vaughn died the day he went number one, the number one album in the world, and he died the day of his album release.
Yeah.
So I'm just numb to that cycle.
That's crazy.
What would you say to these young rappers that's watching? Because we're losing y'all. Like, what is
We are. I'll just say,
all these young people that's chasing that life?
you can chase this life
Change
as long
it.
as you want. But this cycle,
Yeah.
it just keeps getting repeated to the point it's like, how many more rappers are music influencers are we going to lose to people just really wake up that vicious cycle?
And it's, you know, we always go back to mental health because a lot of that killing and violence and force is because we don't deal with what's happening, the trauma that we deal with.
Somebody did it to me, so all I know is to do it to somebody else.
You know, I'm amazed by where you are right now. And again, hopefully we can provide you with that support as you move on. And now you got sister friends.
Yeah, I'm
you
so
know,
excited.
again,
We're going to be checking too.
from the same
Thank you
I
so
just want
much.
to hug you. You look like the little baby over here.
And we want to thank you for coming.
We want to thank you for coming and being so open and sharing
so
with
much.
us. And we are going to help you get that therapist.
Thank you so
You
much.
will flourish.
And our next guest, Obasi.
This was a really good interview. I really like this. Like, Asian Doll really, like, I feel like she really changing for the better, and that's really good, bro. Like, I really feel for her because she's going through a lot right now. Like, she's really going through a lot. That's crazy how much stuff she's going through. It's just too much on her. But I'm praying for her. You know, let's pray for Asian Doll because I really hope she gets big. Like, I hate that the industry is kind of like blackballing her, kind of this. They not really pushing her like they should be, and it just sucks, you know. So I really hope the best for her. I really hope she blows up especially this year, and I hope nothing but blessings for her. But yeah, that was my little reaction for today. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and ring that bell, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.